3 o'clock, and we don't have much on the agenda, but this will be a meeting of the Public Works Zoning Committee. Those on the committee are Fowler, Marshall, and myself, but we have a few others here. James Branch, do you want to come forward and review the first item number 28 in our book?
Yes, so that's the rezoning of 2915 Leaven Street from SF2 to multifamily 1, and that's to allow for the renovation of a duplex. Does anyone have any questions concerning this rezoning issue?
I had some questions. That's why I had it put on there, because of the fact that I didn't know where it was and the feelings of the neighbors around.
It went through the zoning commission with no opposition.
Well, a lot of times neighborhood folks don't get to the zoning commission.
Well, we haven't heard of any opposition.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked that it be heard in there, and I went by and looked at it, and I'm glad to see them do what
it'll be
they're
an
doing.
improvement. Yeah, they'll be able
And
to.
I don't have a problem with it.
Good.
Any other comments? If not, we'll entertain a motion. Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, item number 2, please.
Item number 2 is to allow for a mobile home overlay at 3310 7th Street. They're going to remove an existing house and put a mobile home on the lot in place of. There was also no opposition to this.
Second.
Any comment, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same. Number 3.
Number 3 is a change in our language to allow easier access of a community service type business to a residential zone, such as a little convenience store or a restaurant or something of that nature that would be beneficial to the community or to that area, to the area residents.
You used as an example the return of the Owl, for example, on
the
Chester.
Owl Grocery on Chester Street. With this language, they would be able, by special exception only, to apply to put a restaurant in there.
Any question or anybody? Is that all right with you folks?
Question.
Motion? Your question, yes, sir.
What type input would the community have in that final decision?
Whenever you request to do this, you have to do it by special exception, which there is a meeting with the Board of Adjustments and Appeals, and at that time they could express their opposition or if they're in favor of, whichever.
But the notice would be published?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be published and signs put up.
What are the regulations on the notice?
It's what, Susan, 14 days?
14 days for the sign, 14 days, I send out registered certified letters.
How big an area or circumference around the?
100 feet.
100 feet?
Mm-hmm.
It's not very much. I mean, that's like 2 houses away.
It's from the corner of the property. It'll usually end up in more than that. You go from all 4 corners of the property. It usually ends up in being several.
That's the only question I have is if we're notifying a large enough area that would be affected.
Well, the signs are out
Excuse
there
me.
for 14.
Can you come to the podium, please?
That's Commissioner Roosevelt.
Thank you.
And while Susan is approaching, let me just say that that the administration supports this because it's the first step toward mixed use and smart growth and community development. And this is something that we really want to move forward to and encourage.
That's correct. The signs are out there for 15 days, and lots of people call the office. We talk to them. We respond to their questions. And it's also in the newspaper for 3 weeks. And the way I put the ad in is it's in 3 weeks ahead of time, and then in the Sunday paper 3 times, and in the Sunday paper before the meeting. The meeting's always at 4 o'clock on a Monday, the second Monday of the month. We get a lot of responses, a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people respond and for information. A lot of times they go, oh, now I understand, oh, I like it. Or they show up if they don't. Or they're also allowed to give us a written notice. So, and then we read it into the minutes, and a decision is made. Many times the Board of Adjustments and Appeals will make a decision based on what the people want, because that's the trend towards zoning now.
I'll move.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign.
That's all we have. That's all I have.
Okay. Kay, do you have anything to add to Public Works progress and anything whatsoever?
No, I don't, other than just to let you know, Harry, you asked me to to mention that the progress is continuing on the Coughlin Saunders building.
Thank you. And fast track, as you know, we do every other meeting. Hopefully we'll get some progress in our next meeting. Anything else to be coming before anybody else in the group? Yes, sir.
I would like for you to send that letter that was sent to the council office concerning the care ministers to the legal
Yeah,
department.
we'll do this for the legal department for an evaluation assessment report back the next meeting. This was just handed to me about 3 minutes ago. Anything else? Anyone from the audience? If not, thank you very much. We'll stand adjourned.
Go on, Charles.